Tim Plummer, who receives his BFA in graphic design today, has wanted to go to RISD since the 6th grade, when he was informed that people sometimes pay other people to draw on the computer. If you don't know him, you probably know his voice. He commentates every RISD Balls home game. He loves glossy magazines, outer space, musical theatre, non-musical theatre, accents, zip-up jackets, audiobooks, chewy chips ahoy, non-slip rulers, spacious design floors, and a good game of pool. After graduating, he will join Yelp in San Francisco as a UI designer. His first ever Yelp review will be of RISD, which currently has only 6 reviews. Please welcome Timothy Plummer.
I have a question for you. Have you heard of the idea of the T-shaped person? If you haven't, don't worry, it's pretty new to me too, but basically the idea here is that somebody should be really, really good at one thing, and that is the vertical stroke of the T. Additionally, they should have the skills to work outside of that core discipline, to apply their knowledge productively in a wide range of situations, and that is the horizontal stroke. So the T-shape prizes depth on the one axis and breadth on the other. Synonyms for T-shaped person include versatilist, technical craftsperson, Renaissance developer, master generalist, etc. And if all of those sound like a bunch of corporate buzzwords, that's because they are. But there's something in there, something good. Let's crit. I think the concept's really strong, I do, but I'm just not sold on the notion that the human experience can be adequately summarized in 2 straight strokes, you know? What if you just bent the stem a bit and had it lead into the crossbar? Yeah, nice, that's really good. The A-shaped person, then, or the O-shaped person, the inverted S, the Mobius strip, the heart-shaped person. Ooh, someone always says, now what if we rotated it 180 degrees? So we try our hands at inversion, and subversion, and diversion, and reversion, and perversion, and version 0.5, version 2.0, version 3V final relay. I mean it this time, I'm never doing another version, V2. We write music about the T. We carefully fold it into a cardboard chair. We bleed onto our X-Acto knives reconstructing it, and of course, full of pride in our official, unofficial RISD mascot, we're always striving to make it look a little bit like a penis. I'm just kidding, guys. We draw vaginas, too. But you know, come to think of it, maybe we aren't T-shaped people after all. I'm sorry I brought it up in the first place. No, we're something far more complex, convoluted, nuanced. We're something with branching paths shooting off in every which direction. Not T-shaped people, then, but people with asterisks. Yeah, see, the asterisk is a funny little thing. In ancient Greek, asteriskos means little star, and so it is, this little star, shining bright, sitting high above the rest of language. It's a little star that can ignite the imagination as easily as it can hide the truth. In computer science, the asterisk stands in for any character, a wild card, just waiting to fill a role. Same deal with written language, as the asterisk dutifully stands in for any letter too inconvenient or too controversial to print. Stick one between an F and a CK, and a publisher is magically absolved of any potential wrongdoing. No vowel? No problem. Add another asterisk, and you get a world of possibilities. Is it fork, folk, flack, funk? Who knows? On the one hand, it's become a cheap censor, but it also offers up ambiguity where once there was none. You could say that it complicates the narrative. There it is again, little star, shining bright, sitting ominously at the end of a statement that sounds just a bit too good to be true. In sports, an asterisk signals that a stat is somehow tainted by circumstance or subject to additional scrutiny. It tells us that there's a backstory, that there's something else we should know, but we need to be the ones who pull back the curtain and look closer. Parents, family members, friends, I'm sure each and every one of you wish you'd known about our asterisks when you first made the mistake of asking us what exactly it is we do at RISD. 2 to 3 hours later, you emerged from a dreamlike trance, ears ringing, vision blurred, much more confused than when you started. Did someone say something about Afrofuturist post-net centricity? What the hell just happened? Well, friends, you just saw the business ends of our asterisks. We just get so excited, but see, some people live their lives trying to erase the asterisk, rubbing at it in the hopes it will fade away, but that's not who we are. To us, the asterisk is an admission that we can never tell the whole story at once. that there's always another rock to turn over, and we want to be the ones who turn it. It's a call to action. It's an invitation. Dive on in, stir the pot, piss people off, but make people think. Just like it does on a drug label, the asterisk guides us in all of the directions that we're afraid to go. Little star, shining bright, light the way to the messy truth, because messiness is the surest sign that we're dealing with the real world and not something written for TV or filtered for Instagram. Think about it for a second. We're reaching the end of an electoral process that has been led by a reality show misogynist, a woman who people think is too much the man, a socialist Jew, or a guy who likes his bacon cooked on the barrel of an assault rifle. We've built AIs advanced beyond human comprehension, but mostly we use them to tag our Facebook photos. We accept that corruption in world government is par for the course, but corruption in world soccer is an outrage beyond measure. We want to stop terrorism once and for all, of course, but not if our text messages are up for grabs. We're champions of liberty and justice for all, but it seems that liberty and justice don't apply to unarmed black men struck down by the hair triggers of the law. In a world so complex, how could we possibly content ourselves with being T-shaped? How could we possibly accept that our resume should read technical craftspeople, proficient in the arts and masters of whatever you will hire us to do? We have to embrace our asterisks on this messy, strange, melting, violent, beautiful planet Earth. Complexity may be tricky or controversial or tough to navigate, but if we don't try, then who will? Today, we all get a rare chance to sit between the messy world we know and the messy world we don't. Today, we get to congratulate ourselves for all of our work well worked and thank our friends and families and professors for all of their advice well advised and support well supported. Maybe today is a period, full stop. Thanks for the memories, RISD, see you never. Maybe a question mark, future uncertain, an ellipsis, ... to be continued. Maybe we've hit the end parenthesis of our youths and everything from here on out is the real world. Or maybe today is a day for saying, I don't know what comes next. I see today as an ampersand, a point where two ideas meet. The beauty of the ampersand is that it acknowledges everything that came before it, but isn't so brash as to prescribe the future. It's a humble character, an intersection that invites something new without forgetting about the past, and doesn't let us off the hook, and is a challenge, just waiting for us to meet it halfway. Today, we graduate from the Rhode Island School of Design, one of the most storied creative institutions in the world. Today, we get BFAs and MFAs, MAs, B.Arcs, concentrations, and commendations. Today, we all get to check something pretty incredible off the bucket list. Today, we commence. And thank you, and congratulations to you, my friends, the RISD class of 2016.
Thank you to Timothy and Lisa for those fantastic remarks.